Coming up on the Round 10 100k footy show, Jev, it's Gentleman's Night.
Outstanding.
Stupendous. As always, we try and turn $10 into 100k betting on the footy.
Superb.
We have the Premiership Pie.
Exceptional.
We have definitely football legends for a second week.
Stupendous.
We are trying to grow this show, and this probably isn't the answer.
Remarkable.
Coming up, some footy analysis, some very bad gags, Gentleman's Night, definitely football legends, Premiership Pie. You know where to find us, Jev.
At 100k Sports, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Send it to someone that's never listened before.
Yep.
They'll regret listening to Gentleman's Night.
This one's a tough
it's going to be good. No dust. But we are live. Merch is live. Buy this 100k hat. It is a banger. 100k shirt. It's Gentleman's Night.
Please.
Up the Bloods.
Count the Blues. Good evening, ladies, gents, and those who put tomato sauce on fillet steak. Welcome to Gentleman's Night, where the cigars are Cuban, the wine is French, but the footy takes are ours. Tonight, unfortunately, there is much less dope, but much more English. Tonight we toast to Jesse Hogan, who absolutely colonised Cardinia Park on the weekend. With 7 snags, Geelong's defence was more confused than Bruce Jenner's personal trainer. Tonight we toast, in sadness, to Guy Sebastian. After rupturing his Achilles, playing for Masala Dandenong, the only thing he could have said Saturday night was, "Play me like a drum." Fuck these battle scars. And do I have private health? Because I'm not sure Angels brought me here. Tonight we toast to Harley Reid, who commented "Go Cats" on Instagram, sending West Coast fans into panic quicker than your uncle getting caught hitting on your other auntie. So light your cigar, swirl that Shiraz and settle in, because on Gentleman's Night, it's full of good bets, average gags, Premiership Pies, definitely football legends. Welcome back to the Round 10 100k preview, where every week we grab a cool, hard, crisp $10 and try and turn that into 100k betting on the footy. Jev, welcome to Gentleman's Night.
Oh, fantastic introduction, Luke. What's better than roses on a piano? 2 lips on my organ.
Not on Gentleman's Night. Where is Dobe, you ask? Job has gone in for brain surgery, he reckons.
He's that cold on Dobe Thursdays.
0-9. So he has gone in for brain surgery. So no Dobe this week. We miss him. Shout out to Dobe. He'll be back next week. He'll be on the roast this week, I think. Jev, as always, we try and turn $10 into 100k betting on the footy. Last week we did that, and we went at 69% last week, I think. Yeah, just that same sort of 13 or 14 out of 22.
We need to improve.
We've obviously got Dobe's legs in here. Your bad legs?
Bad legs. So Das had Toby Green for 2. I had Lockie Neal anytime. Das had Bailey Humphrey anytime. Das had Sam Flanders for 20. And I had Isaac Rankin for 20. He only had 18 touches.
Some bad legs, Dope. He had 2 here. Sheasel anytime in that White Whale game. Jordan Dawson anytime, didn't kick one. I had Tex anytime. His first time in about 8 weeks, he hasn't kicked one. Twangford anytime. Now we're Brokeford. Old fucking Langford, you Rangford, didn't kick one. Your good legs. There were plenty of the good legs.
Ollie Dempsey kicked another 2. Ollie Dempsey anytime. Chad Warner 20. The over 166.5 in Darwin. Bont for 20. Bont anytime. Darcy Fogarty 2. And Das had Zach Butters for 25.
Yeah, great. Lockie Ash 25. Luke Parker anytime. Jarman Impey for 15. He had about 3 in the first quarter and then turned into Diesel Williams.
Yeah, he turned it on.
Fraser, is it Joel Fraser at 15, John Noble for 20, and Josh Worrell 15. It was his debut last week, so well done to Joshy Worrell.
Joshy Worrell.
Gets a tick on his first week in. Now, Jev, obviously we've got a lot coming up. Definitely football legends on the other side of this. The 100k multi, the Ramble, the world-famous Ramble later on.
Ramble.
But first, we want to welcome you to the 4-20 Premiership Pie, the only award in footy that comes served hot, flaky, and full of meat. It's hotter than a Collingwood win streak, more reliable than the Giants in Geelong, and more satisfying than a Friday night shag, Jev. It's flaky. It's definitely the best thing you'll bite into all day. It's the rich tapestry. It's the 4-20 Premiership Pie, the percentage of your team winning this year's AFL Premiership. Jev, take it away.
Oh, fantastic introduction. Let's get into the Premiership Pie. So my last Premiership Pie was right before Gather Round.
Yes, round 5.
So I still had hope for the Swans having them at 10%. I was extremely bullish on the Giants with the biggest slice of the pie at 21%. Yep. I copped a serious amount of abuse for having the Pies at only 5%.
That's right.
And I had belief in the Dogs on there at 1%.
Yep.
Well, the more games that have been played comes new opinions, and I got new opinions, so let's get into it. So 0%, 0 chance of winning the Premiership this year. Richmond, West Coast, North Melbourne, St Kilda, Port Adelaide, Melbourne, and the Guinness Freo Dockers. The Dockers proved last week that they will never, ever win a premiership while Justin Longmuir is the coach. I said this on the roast, but I'm going to say it again, Lou. Let's play the say it out loud game.
Yep.
You were embarrassed away from home again by the Saints on Friday night. You had bring your mouthguard to training days during the week, competitive work, tough stuff.
Yep.
Collingwood leave 5 senior players from their best 22 at home to load manage them. You get a home Friday night game to prove you aren't frauds. You fail miserably. They cannot and will not win a premiership with Justin Longmuir at the helm. The only question is if you fire him now or season's end.
Yep.
But it is just not going to happen.
Got it.
I would be calling John Longmire. I would nearly call Ross Lyon again to go back to Freo. I don't know. Anyway, to the pie.
Please.
1%.
Yep.
I'm sorry. The Swans.
Oh.
I refuse to quit on them until I see them with their full team.
Yep.
Once they play a game with Errol Goulden, Callum Mills, Joel Amati, Tom Papley, Robbie Fox, Logan McDonald, Harry Cunningham. If they're still shit then,
Yep.
I'll quit on them.
Fair.
I'll leave them in 2024.
Yep.
But until I see it, I'm saving some hope.
Yep.
Another 1%. The Bombers and the Blues.
Wow.
Look, I said at the start of the year, when the Blues were shit, the Blues game plan looks like it's made to win grand final day. Just brutality and situational football with Pat Cripps and Harry Mackay. If they can get themselves in a prelim or a grand final day, I think they could win it. But they can easily just miss the 8.
Yeah.
So
It's a good call.
it's 1%.
Good call.
And I like the Bombers.
Yep.
They were good to watch.
Turned ya.
They've got a top 5 player in the comp in Merritt. They've got a young gun forward in Nate Caddy. And they're harder to score against. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I
I'm
like
giving
it.
them 1%,
Yeah, I
the
like
Bombers.
it. Fair.
5%. 5%. The Gold Coast Suns. Everyone knows the 100K pod are seats 1A, B and C on the Gold Coast train.
Yep.
But going from never playing in a final to winning the flag and lifting the Premiership trophy is a bit far-fetched this year.
Yeah.
I think you can absolutely lock them into finals, but winning it all is going to be tough.
Yep.
8%. The Crows. I love everything about Adelaide. From Liver King to Michael Aney, from Dawson to Worrell, from Fogarty to Rankin. They are awesome, and I'd hate to get them at a home final in September. If they're at Adelaide Oval in September, it's going to be tough. But similar to the Suns, they haven't played in a final since they were embarrassed grand final day in 2017. And now we expect them to go all the way to the final day of September and see Jordan Dawson and Matthew Nicks lifting the Premiership trophy. I can't see it. I can't see it. I love them. 10%. 3 even slices for 3 very good teams. 10% to Hawthorn. They just win football games. They're incredibly coached. I said on the roast this week, I don't think they have an absolute A+ grader. Like one of those like blue chip superstars. Or maybe it's Will Day who's injured at the moment. But it feels like they put 18 B+ graders on the field. They put so much talent out there. Dylan Moore, Jai Newcomb, James Sicily, Nick Watson, Jarman Impey, Josh Battle, Tom Barash, James Warple, Lloyd Meek, Massimo, Weddle. The list goes on and on and on. They put so many good players on the field.
Deep.
18 good players. They win games. They're going to be there at the end. 10% to the Cats. It's impossible to rule the Cats out of the Premiership. You know they'll time their run to perfection. Danger is in All-Australian form. We haven't seen the best of Tyson Stengel or Jeremy Cameron this year, and they're still stacking wins. And they have a round 16 bye and then one of the best last 8 weeks fixtures for them to prime themselves for a Premiership tilt. I can't rule them out. 10%, the Western Bulldogs. A Luke Beveridge masterclass.
Wow.
Any side with Marcus Bontempelli in it, I actually think can win the Premiership. They are absolutely flying. Ed Richards is in career best form. Libber is in career best form, and about 10 others in career best. If they can keep finding ways to win, keep stacking 4 points, and keep finding different avenues to kick goals, and then add Sam Darcy right at the pointy end of the season,
great call.
I think they can be anything.
I like it.
They find different ways to goals when they're off the field, and then he comes back and he kicks goals. 14% of the pie, GWS. I know you think I'm a GWS homer. A dick rider, some might say, but it's gentleman's night. We can't.
Yeah, of course.
But I cannot quit on a team that has the number 1 key back in the competition in Sam Taylor and the number 1 key forward in the comp in Jesse Hogan, and arguably the best footballer at his best in the comp in Toby Green. I just can't rule them out of... They have to be high for me. Yes, they fluctuate a lot, but you just know they're trying to prime themselves. Tom Green's starting to get going. Finn's flying. Jack Buckley defends like you're trying to steal his Mars bar. I just refuse to have them any lower. They're just too good. And equal, biggest slice of the pie, The last two slices, 20%, 20%, Collingwood and the Brisbane Lions.
Yeah.
Have any two teams set themselves up better for a tilt at the flag than these two teams? The Lions were three wins, 5 losses and a draw after round 9 last year and had to scratch, fight and claw to work their way back, and they ended up winning the premiership. Now they're 7-1-1, top of the ladder, playing good football but not absolutely great football, giving themselves a chance to time their run to perfection. And then Collingwood, what a football club. We were all worried about at the age of their list and how they'd hold up for the season. While they've started 7-2, already load managing their old dogs, only travelled twice in the last 14 weeks and played 12 times in Melbourne, have the number one best player in the comp in Nick Dacos. It feels like you can pencil them in for a prelim final in the MCG right now. And that is this week's round 9 edition of the 4-20 Premiership Pie.
Well done, mate. That bloody well done. I would swear, but gentlemen's night, of course.
Gentlemen's night, of course.
I think that's more than fair, and I love the take that you've had for a couple of weeks now on the Pies last year. If you're not going to have a really good shake at the flag, do you just reset like it looks like they've done? We sort of thought Sidebottom was gone, Pendles was gone, freshen them up. Now they're resting blokes, not travelling to Perth. What they've done is special, but that's a great... I got no arguments with that Premiership Pie.
Thank you.
Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
I can't wait to see how this goes on Insta, because
I think that will do well. I think that's a very fair Premiership Pie.
It's a fair pie.
Let us know in the comments. Flaky, hearty, and definitely meaty. So well done. Thanks to 4-20. But Jev, speaking of 4-20.
Oh, yes. This hit.
This is massive.
This took off.
I went to the offices at 4-20 and I said, lads and ladies, we need to start celebrating local footy once again. And they said, you know what, Morgs? You're 100% right. I said, we're bringing back definitely football legends. So I want to say a massive congratulations to Will Hucker. His hanger from last week, Jeff, for the Old Scotch Reserves, was one of the best hangers I've actually ever seen in local footy.
Will Huckaloogie took an absolute screamer. I'm happy he won. He was the most voted person on Instagram.
We'll throw it up again for those at home. But yeah, that was one of the best. I'm so glad it went in the promo for Definitely Football Legends. It was genuinely one of the best hangers I've ever seen. So he wins himself a year supply of 4-20s, which, as we all know, is also known as a greenback. $100 note coming your way, my man.
$100. Well, just please with that $100. Buy yourself one 4-20. Send us a photo of you celebrating.
Please, 24. That's 24 pies at the G, about $4 a pop. So there's your $100. Exactly. So well done to Will. Jim Davies sent that one in. So well done to Jim. Remember, we want people to send their own in as well. We want you to be happy with your own work. Jev, it takes me to this week. We've got a ripping 3
here we go.
Example. So the first one is option A. Dan Fernanda sent this one in. It's a great name, by the way, Dan Fernanda. All right, so I want to run you through this one. So have a look at this runaround snag here. Now, I looked it up. I stalked him a little bit because I asked for the entry. Blakey Shulbred in the under-15s. I'm off-bred at the moment, Jev, personally, but Blakey Shulbred for the Port Noarlunga Footy Club, known as the Mighty Cockle Divers. Would you believe that, Jev?
The what? Port Noarlunga Mighty Cockle Divers.
Noarlunga, and I have a feeling that Isaac Cummings actually played there, so we'll send this to him.
This bloke's taking the piss out of us.
So have a look at this. Look at Blakey here. So he's on a set shot here. He's being told to sort of run around him, he reckons. He got a bloke on the boundary.
Goes back, sums him up a little. Number 50. Here he comes, running in.
No sell at all. Just strolls in. Bloke on the mark, eats the fake.
Oh, a bit of candy.
And then Blakey just goes back.
Bang.
Look at that.
Just runs around, gets the hands out. He loves it.
15s. I love that so much
from
Blakey.
brother.
The run around, that's awesome. And good from Dan Fernandez to send that one in.
It takes some nuts to do that in a football field.
Absolutely. Option B, Jeff, sent in by Hunter Gibson. Now, how's this snag? Set the scene for you. Friday night, Newington College first versus Shaw College first. Scores were level at 3/4 time. How's this snag from Lucas Veloz or Velos? Lucas Velos, I think, for his second of the quarter to ice the game. His nickname is the Nugget. So Hunter, who sent this in, thinks the year supply of pies will go down well for old Nugget. Just have a look at this. So scores were tied at 3/4 time. It's tight in the last. Footage isn't great, but it's good enough. Picks it up from the boundary in the wet, snag and goal. And that ices it.
He loves it
The
too.
siren went about 30 seconds after.
He iced the game. The Nugget, he's a small fella, but a big goal for the little fella.
And that's sealed it for Newington College. Just watch that one more time. Look at it in the dew. Look how dewy it is.
Yes,
here.
it looks freezing.
Doesn't it? Look at the pickup and snag.
School footy's very important. That's a good snag.
Awesome,
Good on him.
awesome. And finally, our man Trey sent this one in. Now, this is why I like this. No bias here, Jeff, but I just like people sending in their own work.
Yes.
Now, this is Trey. Trey's playing here for the Gembrook Brookers against the Yarra Glen Jets. Now, have a look at this. He's got sort of like a touch over his own head. Tap over his own head. Shrugs one.
Shrugs two, tackles, and buries one.
Have a look at that again. So just 1 2, over his own head, shrug, goal.
So now, what I love about this is There's no way he's got his mum filming his whole game. He might be a good player.
Great call.
So has she turned the camera on? Or one of his mates turned the camera on thinking something might happen here?
That is a
and
great
he's
call.
Made this magic.
Old Traderade.
Old Traderade. That's a good
snag.
snag. He's a little tap over under the tackle.
Yeah.
Good snag. I like them all.
Yeah, which was your first. So let us know in the comments, same as last week. We've got option A, option B, and option C. Vote down below, please. And whoever wins will get a year supply of 420, also known as $100, guaranteed in their skyrocket. Who would you vote for?
Yeah, I don't know. A couple of young dogs.
Yeah, I
a
like
couple
the
of young
youth.
bucks.
Yeah.
They will love the $100.
Absolutely.
If we send some of these young bucks $100, they are going to be wrapped. So I'm not going to vote. I'm going to let our fans vote.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't want to skew anyone's opinion.
We're working on local footy, 420 to get behind local footy and to get a prize to the local footy club. So if you are at the Port Nualunga Cockle Divers or the Gembrook Brookers, get behind your boys, or even Newington College. So thanks for sending them in. Definitely Football Legends is a hit. It's back for week 2. I've got a couple more which I left out, Jev. I thought we can use them for next week, but it is back. That was definitely Football Legends.
Morg, speaking of definitely Football Legends, it's got me thinking about the footy show again. Almost Footy Legends.
Yes,
we love the footy show. It's a legendary show. I couldn't help today. Jason Tatum does his Achilles.
Yeah, sad.
And it's sad as fuck.
Yeah.
And did you see him? You shouldn't laugh. But he was getting wheelchaired out the back. He was bawling eyes. He was distraught. He was in pain. It reminded me of one thing. That it was a footy show classic. Gary Lyon on the stretcher. Can you please put the Gary Lyon clip up on this? All the amount of shit he used to cop on that stretcher, and Sam Newman would bring it up whenever he could. Just seeing Jason Tatum distraught, just Gaz on the stretcher. He's broken his leg. Oh, it just reminded me of that today.
That's a great call.
Just the footy show. It was just legendary.
Can we bring it back? That's why we're bringing definitely Football Legends. Let's get a mailbag happening.
Yeah,
Let's get street talk. Let's get it all.
We're gonna get Jev's mailbag happening in a couple of weeks.
On the other side of the break, Jev, it is the 100k multi trying to turn $10 into 100k on round 10 of the footy, and then following that, Jev, the world famous Ramble, which even we don't really know what we're going to talk about. That's how Ramblish it is.
It's going to be Ramblish.
It is Gentleman's Night.
The Sunday Roast is back for season 2025, Jev.
Oh, the show where we celebrate the winners and roast the losers.
You can find us every Sunday night after the Bachelor's game where we get on, and Jev, it's one hell of a show.
We give you the best odds and the best opinions, but the best odds are the bet you weren't on, but wish you were on.
It is out 6 a.m. every single Monday morning after the round concludes.
Listen to it driving to work Monday morning. You'll absolutely love it. The Sunday Roast.
Let's go.
All right, great stings. Sunday Roast is a terrific show, Jev. You'll be there. We are back. 100k multi, powered by PointsBet, of course. It is Gentleman's Night. As I said on the other side of the break, $10 into 100k. It is round 10, Jev. We don't begin on Thursday night, so the Thursday night and the Friday night game will be in the Ramble a bit later on. We give you time to get the multi on, have a look, get time to listen to this, watch it. Good luck watching this, to be honest. But our first game, Saturday, May 17, is Collingwood versus Adelaide at the G. This is always a barnstormer. It has been the last couple of years, Jev. Take us away.
Shout out to my mate Chicken.
Yep.
He calls this the annual sozzle job. He just loves going to the pub or the MCC and watching Collingwood Crows and having a beer because they always play a banger. I know it's Gentleman's Night, but a gentleman never says no to value. Even if he has to use some profound language.
Oh, no.
Because I'm taking the bull riding, dart smoking, double black drinking, steak eating, snag kicking, son of a gun, Darcy Fogarty for 1 goal. I cannot believe we're getting a simple $1.15 for the Fog to kick 1.
That is wild.
On the MCG Saturday afternoon. He's kicked 12 goals in his last 5 games he's played.
Jesus.
He's kicked a goal every time he stepped onto the MCG the last 5 times. 9 in his last 5 games on the G.
Good form.
And he's kicked some of them against the Pies.
Yeah, well, he would have.
The last 2 times against the Pies on the G, he's kicked a snag.
Good call.
Don't overthink this.
Yep.
Dinger Fogarty, 1 sausage to get the multi humming.
Yeah. What is it? Early ticks or weak pricks?
Yeah,
$1.15. That's real good.
$1.15. That's great value.
I'm on the same sort of token here. Being Gentleman's Night, Liver King. not overdoing it. This man's a mountain, a menace, a monster. He's stronger than Macca's Wi-Fi, this bloke, and overpowering like your uncle's cologne. Fuck that a bit. Riley looks like the Liver King. If the Liver King could take a hanger up on the wing, meet with God and give him a ring. Shrug 1, shrug 2, and have a ping. Riley for 1 is such a sure thing. $1.12 for 1, it's enough to make your wallet sing. The stats are irrelevant. I just did it for the gag, but he is 100% on his last 10 for 1. He kicked 3 in his last outing at the G, and the fact we're getting a 12% return on our money, Jeff. So $1.15 for you, $1.12 for me. With the 2 spearheads, just to kick one is such a good start to the multi.
He's a superstar. He's an absolute superstar.
Any other licks from you?
Nah, no licks from me.
So just one for me. Debuted last week on the show. We said congratulations. And he saluted, so he's back. My man, Joshy Worrell, the Wazard of Oz, the Wargasm, Wazzy Osborne, Was Lightyear. He's still 100% on the season. He was last week. He's hit his last 13 games straight on 15. He's just that sort of player. It's just a rinse and repeat job from us, Jev. I'm not going too much into it, but as I said, his last 13 games, the form is there, and we're still getting $1.20. So $1.20, $1.15, $1.12, $1.12. It's good legs.
Just ticks to start. I love it. It's Morg's my favourite bet in this game, and it's not in because we can't bet on it yet.
Yep. Oh,
and I don't care. Keep the receipts. Nick Dacos under disposals. Yep. I don't know what he's going to be set at, but take his under. First, he's a bit banged up. He's a bit sore. He got crunched a couple of times for Freo.
Yep.
Next, Neil Bullen can actually do the job on Nick Dacos. He's done it before.
He's
got him before.
Great call.
If he comes in a bit sore and Neil Bullen blankets him, take his under.
Great call.
If any Collingwood supporters want to make a nice even bet, maybe a bottle of wine, a 6-pack of beer, a pack of 4 and 20 pies, if you will, I'll take the under, you take the over, and we'll have a nice gentleman's handshake bet.
Saturday Arvo, Port Adelaide versus Geelong at Adelaide Oval, Jev.
This bloke's cute, handsome, a gentleman, if you will. The total package, really. He'll take a hanger on your favourite winger. He'll kick a goal on your favourite defender, and he'll use your favourite shampoo, and his locks will be flowing. I'm taking the hottest bet in the competition, Ollie Dempsey for a goal. I begs to get him in for 2 in the multi, considering his form over the last 5 is 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. But Saturday leg, we settled for 1.
Yep.
Ollie Dempsey anytime at $1.40. If he kicks 2 again, Morgs is shouting grilled next week.
Definitely.
He doesn't know it yet, but I want him for 2 at $3 so bad in the multi. Early game Saturday, just in case he, hot or you due, he might be due a stinker. So just 1 at $1.40. He takes a hanger in the goal square a week. He kicks him from the goal line every week.
Yep.
Ollie Dempsey anytime.
I'm happy to be called a little weak here, but what I do want to do is explain for the people at home that might not have listened before why I said no. Because obviously that's a great... He's kicked 2 5 weeks in a row. That is a great bet. But all you need is a chance to be alive at the Sunday game. Often the Sunday, that twilight game is packed because we just want to be alive to try and hit a $40 multi to try and win $100K from $10. So yes, it probably should be in. It's a great leg, but just take $1.40 for 1 is great.
It is great.
So take the value. Give me Tom Atkins, my man. 15 disposal at $1.30. I think this is great value, Jev. He's hit his last 6 this season, last 3 against Port, and the last 2 at Adelaide Oval. So he's 100% on all there. I won't be surprised if he goes to Rosie or Butters. So that's why I kind of like it, because he'll be at where the footy is. So I just love this. I'm just backing the toughness here. Tom Atkins, the Atkins diet. I parked my car in the garage and my camping gear up in the Atkin. Gentleman's night.
There's some jokes you shouldn't even go with. I've got one coming
Not my best. Any other legs?
No, that's it for me.
Thank God. Same time. Really weird this. 2 Twilight Saturday games.
2, 4, 15 games. What is going on
there? We like to watch one game at a time.
Very ungentlemanlike.
GWS versus Freo at, what are they calling it now? It's not Skoda.
Homebushes.
I think it's Homebush. It's GWS.
People's First. No, that's
Gold Coast. Doesn't matter.
Sometimes in sports, you just see a matchup you love.
Yeah.
There's just
that's fair.
There's just mismatches. I mean, mismatch you just love. Scotty Boland bowling to Virat Kohli. That's just a mismatch. Alex Volkanovski fighting against Max Holloway.
It's a banger.
Holloway's a star, but it was just a mismatch. Patrick Mahomes versus the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs.
Yep.
Mismatch. LeBron versus the whole of Canada or Toronto, if you will.
Yes.
Mismatch. Let me give you the best lopsided contest in the world. And it's Jesse Hogan versus Brennan Cox. Jesse Hogan for 3 at $1.85. Coming off a bag of 7. He kicked 6 on them last year and 3 the year before that. His last 5 at Giants Stadium, 5, 4, 6, 5, and 9. He's kicked 29 goals in his last 5 games at Giants Stadium. That is absolutely cooked.
How do we not know
We're
that?
taking him for 3 at $1.85 in the multi. In your personals on Saturday Arvo when you're trying to put a same game. For 4, we're getting $3.30.
Good.
And for 5, we're getting $6.50.
Oh, that's the play. responsibly.
Just ladder Jesse Hogan responsibly, of course. It only has to be a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
But if you can get the 7, take the 7. We're taking him for 3 at $1.85. 29 goals in his last 5 at Giant Stadium.
That is insane.
So, yeah, Jesse Hogan for 3. What a leg. What a player. Best forward in the comp.
Jev, give me my man. The big Riccardi breezer. The Riccardi and Coke. The rickety old boat. Jake Riccardi, anytime $1.25. Let's stop beating around the bush here, Jev.
Yeah.
This guy's a stud. He loves playing Fremantle with a bag of 4 and 5 in his last 5 against them.
That's unbelievable.
The last time they played in round 14, he kicked the 4. He's 100% on his last 4 at Skoda or whatever they're fucking calling it. Oh, sorry about the swearing, gentlemen's night. I reckon Tigers might go to him as well. I think that's a mismatch. So I'm backing the athleticism. I think Riccardi, I'm just backing the athleticism here. Give me old JR Jimmy Ricard. 1 snag, $1.25 and we roll.
Love it.
Anything else?
Freo lacks so much juice. They've always got a shit excuse. What Jesse Hogan does to Brendan Cox is abuse. So allow me to introduce 25 touches at $1.60 for the local produce. That's right, I'm taking the local produce, Finn Callahan, for 25 touches at $1.60. Arguably everyone in Australia's second favourite player.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Everyone just loves him. No one hates him. He's everyone in Australia's second favourite player. His form line sounds like Darce's daily tugs since his brain surgery. 29, 33, 26 and 27, his last 4.
Not
on gentlemen's night. He absolutely loves playing at Giant Stadium in 2025. He's had 33 and 25 his 2 games there.
Yep.
He absolutely loves playing Freo. He's had 25 and 27 in his 2 career games there against the Space Dockers.
Yep.
Sometimes legs just put themselves in the 100K.
Yeah, that's a good
they
call.
just put themselves in there. And Finn Callahan for 25 at home on a Saturday arvo at $1.60 just put himself in there. The local produce,
That's
we
great.
absolutely love him.
Was it 2 weeks ago we were just singing? Now it's just we're just a couple of poets. I just love, often we have conversations, we think, how do we grow this show? Do you reckon this is how?
This isn't working. This can't be it. We just the top hats this week. This isn't staying on my head.
Yeah, if you're still watching, thank you. Give me my man, big Frederick Michael Frederick, anytime $1.40. He's got more first names than Neil Patrick Harris, but he's more electric than your auntie's bottom drawer. He's like a power board in the bath, this bloke, the spark plug. Mickey Frederick absolutely adores the Giants, and this is one of the most respectful ones, I reckon. When I get that segment up and running with PointsBet traders, I'll be talking about Mickey Frederick. He kicked 6 goals in his last 5 games. The last time he played the Giants, he kicked 3, and that was in West Sydney. Freo need this, and if there's one man that can come to the party, it's Neil Patrick Harris. $1.40 for any time. You know I love Mickey Frederick. Frederick Michael.
Neil Patrick Harris, Michael Frederick. That's 5 first names of 2 blokes.
That's awesome. You got anything else?
No, that's it. That's a good same game multi.
That
I don't
is
know
a
what
great-
that exact same multi, but Jesse Hogan 3,
Yep.
Mickey Frederick anytime, Finn 25, and
Riccardi,
Riccardi for 1.
Breezer.
Love it.
Just the one Saturday night game because of the 2 twilights.
Yeah, I
Great
know.
time slot, the twilight, but would love 2 Saturday
Yeah,
nighters.
I know
but,
what's going on there.
Dogs, Essendon at the Igloo. This will be -4 inside. This will be so cold. It'll be Arctic in there. What do you got?
I have to build a truce with the Essendon fans after last weekend. So I'd like to formally apologise.
Gentlemen.
To the esteemed members of the Essendon Football Club and Mr. Nate Horsecock Caddy. It is with great humility and a touch of salt that I pen this formal apology for my years of unjustified torment, slander, and statistical downplaying of your proud football institution and its latest rising star. For too long, I have laughed at your rebuilds, mocked your draft picks, and uttered the phrase, Essendon haven't won a final since. I now realise the errors of my ways. Watching Nate Caddy pluck marks from the sky like a genetically engineered mixture of Wayne Carey, Lance Franklin, and Winks has forced me to confront my biases. He's not just a future forward, he's a full-blown football revelation. He's everything the Saints fans wish Max King was. As for the Bombers, well, you've turned from punchline to prime time. You've got swagger, system, and shockingly, hope. I say all that to say this. Give me Nate Caddy for 2 at $1.90.
Great bet.
You can only be wrong for so long. In his first 20 games, he's kicked more goals than Buddy Franklin did in his first 20.
Wow.
In his last 3 weeks, he's had 3 goals, 1 and 16 touches, 2 goals, 3 and 15 touches, and 2 goals, 3 and 19 touches. These are unbelievable numbers for a 20-year-old key forward.
Yep, definitely.
He is the Marvel. He loves Marvel Stadium and will kick 2 this weekend. Nate Horsecock Caddy is now my man. I apologise for anything that's ever been said before. He's a gentleman. 2 goals at $1.90 is my favourite bet of the weekend.
Well done. And good. Well done to you, Jev, to apologise to the Bombers fans like that. They'll appreciate that.
No worries. It was hard.
Mr.
Kennedy! Give me Matty Kennedy, Jev. 1 goal, $1.45. We have wanted this leg in, especially Darce. So shout out to Darce at home. We have wanted this leg in so badly for a long time now, and we are finally getting in at $1.45. We said at pre-game meeting, with just the two of us, we need to back form, and his form line is like black caviar. He's kicked 8 goals in his last 7 games, the last 2 at the Igloo. He's kicked back-to-back bags of 2.
That's so many bags.
So we're still getting $1.45 just for the one. The man's plugger under the lid. $1.45 is better value than the $2 sliders right now at Chicken Church. I don't know if you've had the pepper mayo ones. They are that good. But $1.45 for any time. Matty Kennedy goes in at the Igloo. It'll be freezing in there, but we'll take our cash.
Kicked 3 last week in Darwin as well.
Incredible.
He just kicks sausages.
He just pops up. He's awesome. I love him. Well, that is the Saturday slate, and it brings one of the most lucrative segments in all of sports. It is Gold Rush, the best bets that you weren't on but wish you were. And we're the same. We weren't on but wish we were. Thanks to StatMate and PointsBet, of course. Jev, you're kicking us off with, I think, 20 disposals.
20 touches. So Charlie Comben was $7 for 20. Ryan Lester was $8. And Jesse Hogan, to go with his 9 goals, had 22 touches. He was $10 for 20.
That is insane. I had 25. I had Shea Bolton had 28 at $9. Sam Banks, I don't know who Sam Banks is, at $10 for 28. And then Zach Reed, 27 he had at 29 to 1. That's a whopping price.
So much. What about 30 touches? Luke Tireguts Ryan was $12 for 30. Andrew McGrath was $14 for 30.
8 coaches.
And Mason Redmond was $14 for 30.
That's real nice. In 35s, I had Dane Zorko 39. He had at $18. And Nick Martin had 38 disposals, $21. That's heaps.
I got 1 goal kickers here. Dill Stevens was $5.25 for 1. Saad Al Harley was $6 for 1. He was good against the Swans. And Alex Pearce, the fullback captain of the Dockers, was $8 to kick a snag. You couldn't have paid me to be on that.
No, absolutely. His dad wasn't on it. He just slotted that too.
He did.
For 2's my favourite. Nick Holman kicked 2 at 10. Harvey Langford kicked 3, but for 2 it was 13. Sam Davison kicked 2. You could have got $14 for that. And then Jack Crisp kicked 2, $21. Great leg.
What about Jeremy Finlayson went back to the forward line? He kicked 3 at $15. Matt Kennedy kicked 3 at $29.
So
and Harvey Langford, the kid, kicked 3 at $51.
Such a good bet. For 4, you'll hear these guys again, but Jamie Elliott kicked 6. He was $9.50, and then Jesse Hogan, you hear him again, but for 4 was $5.
I've got those 2 for 5. Jesse Hogan was $12 for 5, and Jamie Elliott was $21 for 5.
And then to round us out, same 2 blokes. Jesse Hogan for 6 was $29, but this is the bet of the round. Jamie Elliott for 6 was 67 to 1. Had an absolute blinder, and we probably should have seen the ladder opportunity.
Yes.
So I don't know. That's on us. That is the most lucrative segment in all of sports. The best bets that you weren't on. Wish you were. A bit quicker this week. No Darce.
Gold Rush. Powered by StatMate. It's just your stats best, mate, basically.
Absolutely.
It's free in the App Store. It just gives you everything of what they've done against teams in the past, the venue home, away, opposition, you name it, it's in there.
And it's free. So, yeah, I don't think we get paid to say that. Maybe we do. But
it's
no,
just
I don't
a banger of an app.
It is an app. It's free. Get on there. We use it for every game. It takes us to the Sunday slate, Jev. Interesting game, this one. Good for the bettors, I think, but not too sure about the viewing. Richmond versus North Melbourne at the G, early game. Who do you like?
Luke Parker is the Josh Kennedy of Kieran Jacks. I love and miss Luke Parker so much, and seeing him play his 300th in another jumper that wasn't a Swans jumper broke me.
Yep, that's fair.
But what isn't broken is his goal-kicking form.
Cool.
He's kicked 4 goals in his last 4 games.
Yeah.
He's kicked 5 goals in his last 2 games on the MCG. We had him for 1 last week, and it delivered, so we're going back to the well for him to kick 1 again. Luke Parker anytime at $1.65 on the G. Just everything about this screams the form's there. So
yeah, that's a great bet.
Richmond on the G, Luke Parker anytime, $1.65. Chuck it in there.
Kicked it as a white whale last week.
Yeah.
It could not be in.
It was a great bet. It was like $2.20 last week as well.
Awesome league. Give me big and chunky. Canner Campbell, Seth Campbell for 2.
Ooh.
$2.15. He's a highlight reel with a pulse, this bloke. They say Richmond are rebuilding, Jev. I'd say it's more like a renovation with fireworks at the moment. I love what I'm seeing with the youth. So much exciting youth everywhere. It's a pleasure to jump on board these guys. When we get a game like Richmond versus North, I love betting on these guys. It's really juicy, but there's for good reason why. I went to our mates at StatMate. In Richmond's last 3 home games at the G, 2 goals against the Blues. 2 goals against Brisbane and 2 goals against West Coast.
Love it.
The form is there. I bloody love him for 2. North 110. Sunday Arvo at the G screams Seth Campbell backflipping all over the G.
Come on.
$2.15. Again, we needed the value. It's a Sunday leg. Probably wouldn't be a Saturday leg, but you know I love my man.
But it's a great Sunday leg. He kicks 2 every time he steps on the G. You can't say no to that $2.15.
Nah, it's a great leg. Anything else?
Nah, that's it, mate.
Yeah, that's good. 2 legs is good. Brisbane versus Melbourne at the Gamma. Now, I think this is the twilight game on the Sunday, or like the late sort of Arvo-ish sort of hungover Colonel.
Yes.
Brisbane, Melbourne, who do you like?
This is the Uber Eats game.
Yeah, it's a great call.
You've had your Gatorade, you've had your Sunday morning spew.
Yeah.
Not a gentleman.
We wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be spewing.
No.
And you finally can muster up the Guzman and Gomez Uber Eats order and
good
get
goal.
there, some KFC. So first leg is Charlie Cameron for 2 at $1.71. He loves playing Melbourne more than Pink. Pink pops up for 2 shows a year in Melbourne, and Charlie kicks 2 goals a year against Melbourne.
Good call.
He's kicked 12 goals in his last 5 against the Ds and hasn't kicked under 2 against them once.
Yeah, right.
But eventually the young pup surpasses the old dog. And the most scintillating small forward in the game is now Cozzy Pickett. He kicked 5 in the last time he played the Lions. A bag of 5.
Good, really good.
He's kicked 16 in his last 5 against the Lions.
Yep.
5, 3, 2, 4, and 2. He's kicked 5 and 4 his last 2 trips to the Gabba. And here's the kicker, Lewis.
Oh, please.
You ready for this?
I'm already blown.
You ready for this? I'm getting $2.25 for Cozzy to kick 2 on Sunday Arvo.
Gentlemen.
$2.25.
That's a ripper.
That's a gentleman's leg.
That is a great
This
leg.
is my favourite leg of the year.
Yep.
It was Jesse Hogan for 3,
Yep.
then it was Finn for 25, now it's Cozzy for 2. Cozzy Pickett for 2 at $2.25. His last 2 trips to the Gabba, he's kicked 5 and 4.
Yeah, it's great. You've done the
He's
work.
a superstar. He's an absolute superstar.
Do the traders look at the form?
I don't think so. Do the traders have the StatMate app?
I'm going to get that segment sorted. We need probably a monthly segment with the traders and just flat out ask them, are you guys seeing Cozzy's form in the Gabba?
I can't believe I'm getting $2.25. Like, this is a Sunday leg.
I love that your 3 favourite legs of the year have happened all in the 1 week.
Yes.
That's
I just
awesome.
can't believe some of the value.
Trev in the truck, mate. If you could just cue that stinger, who am I?
Who am I?
Good on you, mate. I am a 5-time Merit Murray medalist. That is true. If Elon Musk had a second kid in Queensland, he'd name it after me. When you say my name out loud, Jake Melksham just starts shadow boxing. Who am I?
Fuck if I know.
Have a guess.
Ryan Lester.
It's a great guess. I'm Dane Zorko.
Oh,
Give me Dane Zorko 25 plus at $1.49. This is a great league.
Yes.
He's had 39 last week, 34 2 weeks ago. His last 2 games against the Ds, he's had 28 and 29 back home. We love Zorko to rack up all the touches. The 5-time Merit Murray medalist. What is the Merit Murray medalist?
he is aging like LeBron James.
Like Tex Walker.
He is Jennifer Lopez. He's not
Seriously.
aging. He's a star.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He's 35 years old. He had 39 on a cold Sunday night in Tassie.
Yeah, he's a professional footballer.
Yeah,
Say
he
what you
is.
want about him. That's why we should bet on more professional
Yeah.
footballers. 25 touches. I know it's high. Sunday leg, though, and too good a value. About $1.50. It's too good.
It's so good.
I got one more. Caleb Windsor, 15 disposals at $1.33. I
Yes.
couldn't believe the $1.33 I was getting. This price is just awesome. Melbourne doesn't have a plan B, Jeff. Just a Caleb Windsor. That's all they've got. He's got more run than a dodgy pub toilet, and he's fitter than your uncle on creatine, this bloke.
Nice.
He's coming off 20, 20, and 33 on his last 3. He's had 3 helpings of 16 so far this year.
Yeah,
so he
I
loves
love
that
it.
16 mark, but hey, that's good enough for me.
for
He's
a
played
quarter.
1 game at the Gabba. It was round 16, and he had 16.
Yeah,
I
perfect.
just don't understand. It's unbelievable. The value's too good. $1.33 just for 15. Sunday leg, Caleb Windsor, plan
love
B.
15.
The American Dream. I forget why he's called the American Dream, but he is.
It's a great league.
Final game of the round, Jev. West Coast versus St Kilda in the Bachelor's game. You won't be watching this. You'll be with the partner. You'll have to watch the mini. Optus Stadium, who do you like?
I think this bloke officially wears the crown right now for best halfback in the league. And that's Nasiah Wanganeen Malira.
that's a good call.
Morg, you saw him live on Friday night and said he had the best first quarter you've ever seen in person.
say
It was 10 touches and just dynamite, basically. Nas has only missed 25 once this year, and it was a 24.
Yep.
It was 1 touch off.
Yep.
Ross has mentioned that Nas will only keep getting more and more time in the midfield. So I'll be taking this for a while, especially at this value. He's coming off 3 weeks of 32, 28, and 30. And I don't see the Eagles putting a halt to that form.
Sure.
I'm getting $1.29 for Nas to have 25. Sunday Arvo, it just hits.
Yeah, it's a good call.
He's just going to dominate.
Do you think the Saints will want to give him a bit more midfield time? Obviously, contract talks are coming.
They'll do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
They should do whatever he says. He's a star.
You just hang on to him, don't you?
Yeah.
We messaged Kane Corns during the week, asked him the Darce question.
Yes.
We added the first, though. So we
pick?
asked Corn, we said, do you go Butters and a second for Nasiah and a first? And Corn just said, that's a straight-up good deal.
And then there's nothing I love more
This was almost better.
than biasness. Like, I love biasness.
Yeah, well,
I'm a biased
yeah,
supporter.
absolutely.
Darce a biased Carlton supporter. You're a biased Carlton supporter. We messaged Saints TV, the same deal.
They're ripping blokes too, so shout out to those boys. If you, they're not.
Nasiah Wanganeen-Malira for a direct trade for Zach Butters. He said no, that he would only do it if it was Zach Butters, Miles Bergman, and a first that the Saints get, and then they get Nas.
Yeah.
So that's been living in my head rent-free for the week. I just can't believe he said it.
I love it so
But
much.
he said it with so much conviction.
Yeah.
He thinks Nas is basically the best player in the competition.
Yep.
And he thinks it would take Zach Butters, Miles Bergman, and a first for a fair trade.
And I said to him, I love that was his answer.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
The way I think he's looking at it is that you just pay your guys. If you've got a guy like Nas,
Yeah.
you just pay him.
Pay him,
So
yeah.
you want to come get him, you got to pay the farm.
Yep.
I love it from him. Awesome. So good. Give me Liam Baker, Jev. 20 disposals, $1.30. He is 9 of 9 this season, going at 100%. Getting Liam Baker for 20 at $1.36 is like getting a happy ending. It's a great price. It's reliable. And no matter if it's home or away, it always gets the job
Yes,
done. Okay,
absolutely.
I'm not speaking from experience.
We're gentlemen.
Of gentlemen, of course, but that is a dead set true statement. 20 disposals, $1.30. It's just too good. I can't see when he's going to stop hitting this, especially at home. $1.30 is great.
It is great.
It is really good.
They say Wayne Carey used to run wild off the field in the 90s, if you know what I mean, Lewis. Ungentlemanlike, of course. Well, I reckon this bloke needs a DNA test ASAP. Give me Cooper, Sharman, Carey, Dunstan, Lockett for 2 at $1.90. I just said 6 last names. Cooper, Sharman, Carey, Dunstall and Lockett, and it's one bloke. He's coming off 6 in his last Baker's week.
Yep.
He looks the goods. He should kick 2 on a sunny Sunday arvo in Perth.
Yeah.
I'm taking Cooper Sharman for 2 goals at $1.90.
Baker's week, you had me. So he's kicked 2 bags of 3, is it? Or?
It's a 4 and a 2.
Yeah, unreal.
And that's enough.
That's great. Give me Jamie Cripps for the first time ever. Welcome to the 10-1 club.
10-1
We are
club.
getting on 10 disposals. I don't think PointsBet have offered this before, but they offered it in this game, maybe just to invoke a little bit extra action in this Bachelor's game.
They're acting strange up there.
I'll be at Turkish up the road, so let me know how this goes. But 10-1 club are getting $1.30 for the anytime and $1.27 for the 10 plus. Great bets. This might be my favourite bet of the year. I honestly, truly believe that. You don't back Cripps to score. You just spiritually accept it, Jev. It's like death. We know it's coming, but you just accept it. It's happening. Jimmy Cripps, he's like a stubbed toe. Quiet most of the time and then just suddenly ruins your whole day.
Yeah, so true.
He just flies under the radar. It's almost disrespectful, the odds we're getting. He's been underrated for 12 years. All right.
Yeah,
I've seen him subbed off and still kick one late. He honestly, he's a punter's dreams, absolute dream. Punters club's dream, this bloke. He's 100% on his last 5 for a sausage. Get this, 100% on his last 5 for 10. So 10-1 club the last 5 weeks.
Morgs' eyes nearly fell at his head when he saw he could bet on 10 touches, and he's going, I'm finding the best value. Jimmy Cripps.
10-1. It will feed families.
10-1 is all we need from Jamie Cripps.
Like, what's that little double? 30 into 27. You give him $1.70 just for that.
It's perfect.
If you want a free grill, don't worry about Mad Bunday. Just come and Jimmy Cripps 10-1. Awesome. Might be the best bet in sports. Anything else from you?
No, nothing for me.
That is the final leg of the 100K multi. All 22 legs. Do you have the bet of the 10 into 100K round 10?
Are we doing the bang gag again? Or is not gentlemen enough?
No
not
bang,
pounds
no
gag.
bang.
No DAS. So you need to outlay $10.97.
I got that.
To get back $100,034. Let's start on Saturday.
Yep.
Saturday at the G. Riley Thilthorpe anytime. Darcy Fogarty anytime. Josh Worrell for 15. Then we go to Adelaide. Port Adelaide versus Geelong. Ollie Dempsey anytime. Tom Atkins 15.
Ticked.
Then we go to GWS. We go to Sydney, the west of it.
Yep.
Jesse Hogan for 3. Jake Riccardi anytime, Michael Frederick anytime, Finn Callahan 25.
Good bets.
Then we go to the Marvel Stadium on Saturday night. Matt Kennedy anytime, Nate Caddy to kick 2. Then we wake up. We're alive on Sunday.
Yep.
We're alive. We've got some good legs there. We go to the MCG, Richmond versus North Melbourne. Luke Parker anytime, Seth Campbell for 2. We then go to the Gabba against the D's. Dane Zorko 25, Caleb Windsor 15, Cozzy 2, Charlie Cameron 2.
Good bets. Really good bets.
And then we head over to Perth. Sunday Arvo, Bachelor's game against the Saints. Nas for 25, Liam Baker for 20, Jamie Cripps for 10-1, and Cooper Sharman for 2.
That's a great.
22 legs.
That's a great.
$10.97. Basically $11 to win $100,000. What a bet! I love every leg.
It's very different to what we're usually. It's sort of
so
scaled
different.
a bit differently.
There's no Nick Dacos. There's no Mudflat Watermans.
No, I love it
There's
a lot.
no Toby Greens. We've given Toby Green a spell.
Yep.
It's just good players doing what they do.
I absolutely love that. Just looking at this hat, Jev. These hats are now live. So throw down the link below. You'll find these hats. New merch, new T-shirt.
This
wearing
white T-shirt is the best shirt we do. Are we doing the black embroidered T-shirt?
Doing the black embroidered. They're
Yes.
up. Sadly, the Blues Brothers hats aren't on, but we
This
could
just
get
keeps
100K
slipping off
in.
my head.
Coming up next on the other side of this, it is the world famous Ramble. Now, Dar's obviously a big part of the Ramble, but I do have a shout out to him. I've got his sort of wild and wacky, his weird and wonderful notes.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about that. If you want, check it out now. I mean, it's been not a bad show, but it will ramble. It's coming on the other side of this break. Big final. Great stinger. It's an awesome ad. It really is. You're back. I can't believe it.
I'm sorry. If you've made it this far, good on you.
Honestly
You've done the
surprised.
pie.
Again.
Definitely Football Legends. Good legs, bad legs.
Oh
the 100K
my God,
multi. And now it's the Ramble.
I'm surprised I'm back. Play the stinger. Sorry, Trev, in the truck. It's a soulful tune.
I've got something big. I've got a big statement.
Okay,
Big call.
all right, so introducing it. So we've got the Thursday night game and the Friday night game. Obviously didn't go in the 100K. Give you time to put that on. If you're listening to this Friday, tell us what happened last night because it is Thursday night, May 15. Can I introduce the game?
Yeah, of course.
Can I give you the weird and wonderfuls?
Give me everything.
Gold Coast Suns versus Hawthorn TIO. So you know it's our favourite time of the year, the double Darwin game. I had a double Darwin last week, actually.
That's a double Bondi from a Porto.
Okay, so some weird and wonderfuls. Thanks to Das. Shout out to Das. It's been an on a bad show, the Gentleman's Night. It's not as funny without Das, and we miss him, but in on to him. Gold Coast have won each of its last 7 games at TIO, and they're paying $1.69. That is a great stat. Each of Gold Coast's last 5 at TIO have gone over the total match points. I know you're going to talk about that later. The total is 187.5. What was it last week? It was 160.
No, it was 178.5. We took 166 at $1.42, and it was 206 points.
It was like
It was the easiest bet on earth.
filling up a caravan of diesel. That's $400. Das has put here. This screams touches and goals for the Bear. Not a stat, but a great point. Last week, there was 6 with over 25 disposals and 8 multiple goal kickers last week. Then he says, let's pick 5 players and have a 25 and 5 multiple goal scorers.
Yeah.
Which I really like that. Where are you looking?
I have the biggest lock of the entire season.
Okay.
Everyone, grab your pen, grab your paper. Listen up. Turn your AirPods up a bit.
Will your Shiraz.
Turn your YouTube on your TV up a little bit, whatever you need to do.
They're not
Because this is the
watching.
biggest lock. Off brain surgery, Das hitting Dope Thursdays is the biggest lock of the entire year.
Wow.
It is the easiest week ever to hit a $3 multi on this game. It is an absolute lock he will hit it. I guarantee Das will hit it. I guarantee that much. So we'll talk about the 100K Cup in a minute, but Friday night's 100K Cup. Swans
Yeah,
come.
good call.
If Das is, he's had his brain surgery, but we're going to go around to Das's and have dinner with him on Friday night, watch the game.
Yep.
He doesn't even know this yet.
No, he doesn't. Either he's... Yeah.
For every touch, point, or goal Das loses Dope Thursdays by, I will eat a 4 and 20 meat pie. So if he has Noah Anderson for 30 in his bet and he has 27, that's 3 pies. If he has Bailey Humphrey for 1 and he doesn't kick one, that's 6 pies for 6 points. If he has the over 178.5 and it's only 172, that's another 6 pies. For every losing leg, I will eat a pie because I guarantee you Dope Thursdays will hit this week. It is the best bet in sports. There is not a chance in hell he can't win this week.
Are you talking full sizes or
Full
party pies?
sizes.
Right. So you're hitching your wagon to a bloke that's 0-99 weeks.
It's a lock. It is an absolute lock. It'll be touches. It'll be snags. It'll be everything. I bet you I can make a 3-1 multi that hits right now.
Okay. 2.
I'm going to go to 25 touches. I'm going to go Anderson, Took, Newcomb. I'm going to go to 20 touches. I'm going to go Bailey Humphrey and James Warple. That there pays $12.78.
I don't actually love that.
Anderson 25. I'll take out Took then. Anderson 25, Newcomb 25, Warple 20, Humphrey 20. Last week,
That's pretty good, actually.
Lieber had 35, Bont had 28,
Yep.
Ed Richards had 30, Bailey Humphrey had 24, Noah Anderson had 28, Matt Rowell had 23. Everyone gets touches at Gold Coast, and then we haven't even gone goals yet.
What did that pay?
Anderson 25, Newcomb 25, Warple 20, Humphrey 20, $7.68. Darcy needs a $3 multi.
That's a ripper.
If he takes the over and Massimo to have 20, he'll get $3.
Yep.
If he takes Marbiol Chol, Nick Watson, Ben King, and Ben Long for 1, he'll get $3.
Can you imagine teasing down the over?
Yeah, I guarantee you Darcy will hit his multi this week.
I love that you've hitched your wagon.
I'm hitching it so hard. He's not going 0 and 10.
That's fair.
It is a lock. I reckon I could put on 4. I'm going to do it on my personal Insta.
Yep.
I'll put on 4 $3 multis that will hit.
Okay.
Without
Sounds
one of
good.
the same legs in any of them.
That's fair. I love that. The confidence from you. I love it.
Das, I believe in you. Brain surgery, you will hit, and I won't have to eat any pies.
We always talk about, well, I always do because we have to, but the 2 goal scorers.
Yeah.
I think we had 5 or 6 DMs on the weekend. Blokes that hit 2 goal scorers, the outside of the boxes.
Bailey Humphrey had 20. So last year he kicked 5.
Yep.
He paid a nation.
Yep.
Everyone knows
Yep.
about it. It was $80 to kick 5.
Yep.
To kick 4. Last week he had 24 touches and 0 goals won.
You look good.
I reckon 25 and 2 is the bet with Bailey Humphrey this weekend. And you got to have a little bit on him for 3, a little bit on him for 4 in case he pays a nation. But for 25 and 2, I'm getting 20 to 1.
That's a good bet.
20 to 1
That's
for
a good
25
bet.
and 2.
Yeah, well
Bailey
done.
Humphrey.
There is-
chuck the over in there.
Yeah, we'll need to get. This is a Discord game. The Discord will be humming. And we'll get in there because there's a bit going on.
I reckon someone's going to DM us that they hit 100 to 1 multi,
Yeah.
same game multi on this. I reckon it is going to be one of those legs where everyone wins their multi.
Yep.
I'm telling you,
You know,
this is a lock.
all the Americans moved to Puerto Rico for tax benefits.
Yes.
It's like we're all just about to move to Darwin for a
Yes.
fortnight because it's just Cashville.
It's Cashville.
Friday night, 100K Cup.
Yes.
Sydney Swans, your boys. Carlton, Dobe and me. SCG. So weird and wonderful. Sydney have won 20 of its last 22 home games against the Blues at $1.72. That is not surprising because I can't remember the win. 14 of Carlton's last 15 games have gone under the total match points, which is really interesting. The line for this one's at 164.5.
Remember Matt Cottrell kicked the winner in the last minute? You beat us there at once.
I do remember that.
That's one I can remember.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't believe the Swans are $1.67. They're not that good. I can't believe the Blues are $2.15.
Yep.
I honestly wouldn't touch either. I don't like the points, 5.5, so we usually give you a touch-up. I wouldn't bet on Carlton head-to-head with confidence, and I wouldn't bet on the Swans head-to-head with confidence. So Jevy Friday is going to be tough work.
That is going to be hard.
Heaney usually gets off the chain. Chad usually gets off the chain. We usually hold Walsh and Cripps pretty well. We hold Curnow not too bad. We hold Mackay not too bad, and Wiedering usually gives us a bath.
So I honestly think I've got Jeffy Fridays for you.
Go.
It's 1 leg. Durden 2.
Durden 2, what does that pay? $3?
$3.50.
Love it.
Corey Durden will kick 2 at $3.50.
Speaking of 2 goal kickers, I watched... I don't think James Jordan likes going deep in the back line when he's tagging. I watched Zach Merritt kick 2 on him. If he goes to Pat Cripps, I like Pat Cripps to kick 2 at $8. I'm looking right here.
Yep.
And if it's Sam Walsh, I like Sam Walsh for 1.
Yep.
I like Tom DeConning for maybe 1 or 2. He's
Just about to say
$8
that.
for 2.
Yep, that's
Brody Grundy loves getting snags kicked on him.
Yep.
Aaron Francis is our number 1 forward. He's paying $3.50 for 2.
Yeah, it's good. Really
He
good.
should have kicked 2 on the week and he missed from a metre out.
100%.
We haven't seen Chad kick a goal in a while. Heaney had a quiet week. He kicks a goal every time he plays at the SCG. He usually kicks the first. There are legs here.
What I had one segment I wanted to ask, just very quickly. The Coleman medal. I love this because I like multiple bets on, okay, and you get them when you can. So currently it's Hogan at $3.50, Ben King $3.75, Larkey at 7, Curnow $7.50, Tracy 11, Phil Thorpe 11, Fogarty 15. Does anything stand out to you there?
The Giants have only played 3 home games for the year. One of them's at Canberra and 2 of them are at Giant Stadium.
Yep.
I have to take Jesse Hogan.
Yep.
I have to. I don't care that it's $3.50. I was mentioning about this. I want to build the perfect futures multi.
Yep.
Perfect, and I think Jesse Hogan for the Coleman medal is the perfect first leg. Mm-hmm. I like the Knicks to win the East now. We watched Tatum go down today. I think they win the East. Don't know who I like to win the West. Probably still OKC. I like Caitlin Clark's team to win the WNBA. And then I'm trying to think of the perfect NFL leg. I want a futures multi that we can ride.
Yeah, we'll send it
like
in.
Ride. Give me some legs like the Dodgers to win the World Series is a lock.
Yeah, that's
who's winning the Premier League title next year? Probably won't be Liverpool. Will it be Man City again? Should we get on them now? It won't be Arsenal. They don't win anything.
Good call.
Let's get on a futures bet.
And what I love about the Discord as well, I've got blokes that follow other sports.
Yes,
So send us
NRL.
in.
Who's winning the NRL?
Exactly. Tell us.
Is it Melbourne Storm this year or is it Melbourne Storm to make the grand
We've
final?
got no idea.
Let's build the perfect futures multi. Comment on the bottom, just the perfect futures leg.
And should we go to State of Origin?
Yeah, I'll go.
Fair enough.
Good night's sleep.
Hey, quickly, because I like value. So where's the value of the Common Medal? Riley Thilthorpe at 11, Darcy Fogarty at 15. I'm looking at the tally here. Thilthorpe on 23, only 4 behind Ben King on 27. Where is the value?
Is it Jack Gunston?
Nah, I don't think he can win it at 34. There's too many goal kickers.
Is it Jamie Elliott? Nah, he can't win it. He'll get injured. Is it Charlie Kerno at 750? No, can it still be Jack Higgins?
Can he? He's only
51?
3 off the pace.
If he kicked 5 this week on the Eagles, he had Mudbutt last week. He got subbed out with Gastro. He had a dodgy korma on the Sunday, and he had Mudbutt, and he had to get subbed out. He had to go to the toilet. He did the Paul Pierce. He was busting to shit. That is a dodgy Vindaloo.
This is where it gets to when you got nothing to ramble.
Oh.
Hey, thank you to 4 and 20. Fun show, Jeff.
Gentleman's night, of course.
Gentleman's night, of course. We need Das back. He'll be back next week, I hope. Anyway, it's a better show with him. We know that. I didn't rate hosting. I like being over there.
Carlton Swans.
I actually think Blues will win. You know, I don't like to be too biased on the scores, but I actually think Carlton will win by, I'm going to say 9 points.
I'll say the Swans by 9 points.
That's a good call. It's a good call. It's a great
bet. Chili! Baby back ribs.
Ribs.
What are you prepared to lose today? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.